Hello everyone, it's me again, GW Fan the Softcore Brony, welcoming you back to Let's Play Cutie my Crusader Warriors, annoying Fallen Star, because we can't talk to him from any direction except for right in front of him, but anywho, let's see, yeah, don't need to heal up, because we'll automatically be healed once we hit this fight here, and, well, this is what my stats look like right now, since I realize I probably don't do this before boss fights often enough. I'm just kind of... But not that it really matters that much. I wonder if I should actually say something about that little spot, that little speck that's there on Apple Bloom's status screen there, on her portrait there. That's actually part of Sweetie Belle. She's just a little too far to the left in the system there, so. Cause your dimension is stupid. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that difficult to find your way out, but... Yeah, you're too many... Well, I mean, I suppose there's technically more than two, but... Still! Oh, really? But I like iced tea! Oh, well, yeah, you're not that nice. Stop whining! Yeah. Oh. Anyway, time to fight Fallen Star again! Although he's not quite as much of a chump as he was last time, because he's not affected by any status effects. Much like Ifrit, in fact, he actually can use both physical and magical, but he tends to favor magical. He can cast a status effect called Pain on us, but all it does is prevent us from using the attack. Command there. Yeah, command. I was like, wait, what was that called again? So I only care if he gets it on Scootaloo, but otherwise I'm going to start with a Faith. That's Faith up on, oh, there it is, on Sweetie Belle, since I can't get any other status effects. I might as well do Tiger Stance whenever I get the chance, but I probably won't really need it. He only has, well, 55,555 HP and 5,555 MP. It would kind of be funny if he started out with 55 TP, but I don't even know if he does anything with his TP anyway. But anyhow, smack you in the face, little Faith. I actually might want to do a little shell on Scootaloo there, but honestly, this fight is going to be short enough to where I probably won't even need to redo Faith, honestly, so... Oh, that wasn't even that bad at all, so, awesome. Yeah, like just about every other boss, actually, enemy and boss in the game. Oh, Pain, yeah, I don't care. That doesn't prevent me from casting spells. But yeah, just like practically every other enemy and boss in the game, he can attack twice, but whatever. And as you can see, he's also relatively slow, so... He's not weak to anything specifically, but Fundaga does slightly more damage than any other spell we can use, so might as well use that. So, oh, yeah, I can get Tiger Stance now, not that you've been using any physical attacks. Plus, that'll probably go away if he gets Pain on her, but... Ow. At least for Scootaloo, that's kind of a big ow. Am I even gonna need to do that, man? Jeez. Brave. Stop hitting Scootaloo! Do I need to heal up at all? Not really. Yeah, let's get an extra shell on Scootaloo just for the heck of it. You're so close already. I mean, you're already more than halfway. Well, now you're more than halfway, but... Yeah, help out Scootaloo just a little bit there, because he's kind of being a jerk. Ow. Let's see, yeah, let's heal up, and then well, actually, I guess I can get another Faith going. Should I do another Faith, too? Not yet, I don't need to. You haven't even used the physical attack yet. Watch him do it this turn, but... Oh, wait, Cure Up. I don't want to do that. I want to use Curasa on Scootaloo, because she's the one taking the most damage. I could, but it's not really doing much. He's gonna die in like 2 turns anyway. So I got that extra shell on Scootaloo. Man. Yeah, he's gonna die this turn anyway, so... What do I care? I don't even need to do anything to you. Might as well do a defaith and... Yeah, you do. You... Done, dude. Actually, is he done? Are you dead? Is gonna be able to do just enough damage, right? Yes, okay. And of course he finally did the physical attack, huh? Yeah, he's pretty much a chump. So, anywho. Yeah, no crystals, but we do get a cupcake and an apple pie and 4,000 bits, so that's nice. No, they're not! Don't say mine. We have nightmares from the last game. Okay, he made it dark, so what? Listen to the sound of my voice. What do you mean cover your eyes? We already can't see. Oh. Illuminate the room. Is your magic really that strong? Well, I guess you are a witch. At least in this world, anyway. That was pretty effective, Sweetie Belle. Wow. I guess he ran. Horse feathers! I like that movie. Most of you, actually pretty much all of you, aren't going to know what the heck I'm talking about, but... I'm an old school sort of movie person. Yeah, let's get out of here. And let's, again, say, let's get out of here. We've been automatically healed, by the way. Hey, that sound. But where at, though? Oh. Well, we're not exactly near Ruby, per se. In fact, we don't actually need to go there for anything. There's nothing there. But, if we do go back... Well, not the volcano specifically, but if we go back to the... I believe the path to the volcano, like this... Like the area where we just met Fallen Star before. I believe there should be a new optional boss there, although there's no reason to fight it right now. I mean, it's optional. There's obviously never a reason to really fight it, but, you know, you might want to eventually, but don't have to now. It seems we are lucky that we still know where we are. That's kind of an awkward sentence. At least it doesn't sound natural. We can't see anything. What are you talking about? And I think that right there is all the clue that we get as to where we need to go next. That and Scootaloo says, yeah, our boat should be nearby. It's actually parked in the same place where we, well, first found it after we received it. I know where we need to go next. I just don't know how we're supposed to know, because it's in a really ridiculous spot, too. So, this had me stumped for a little while. I literally just was, like, randomly traveling around and just stumbled upon it by accident. Because we actually find it while we're on the boat. But anyway, we get new powers! Because, well, for some reason, every time we come back to this beach, we get new powers. I swear that Fallen Star's like a secret good guy or something. I mean, he's not, but it's like every time we fight him, well, or at least the first few times we fight him anyway, we end up getting new key marks, which in this case, Paladin, Spellblade, Singer, and Berserker. I don't know why we get 4 this time around, because the next time around we only get 2. So it seems like they could have just put another one on the next route, but... Anyway, yeah, we got the, well, yeah, the same exact beach that we were on before. So, yeah, we got to walk back around to where the boat is. But, We got new cutie marks. No, not skills. I mean, we technically are going to get new skills out of it, but yeah, we got new cutie marks. And let's see. How's about we start off with the singer there? It says only one in party. There isn't anything specifically stopping you from making more than one singer in the party, but just because of the way that some of the singer's skills function, I guess it could kind of be a little wonky if you had multiple singers. Like, it would make multiple characters do the same thing, because Singer has some oddball skills. In fact, it has quite the menagerie of skills. In part because, well, as you can see, attack a 1 there, it can't attack at all. In fact, the attack command is completely grayed out, so yeah, you can't do anything but use your skill. In fact, do you even start with a skill? No, you don't. Yeah, sing and dance. Okay, so it dances too, but yeah. But yeah, the singer has, yeah, like I said, quite the menagerie of skills with, like, you know, status effects, buffs, debuffs, offensive abilities, and I think even some oddball healing in there too, but yeah, nothing that's really terribly good, or at least with the little bit of experimenting I really did with the singer, honestly. Because, I mean, like the offensive, one of the offensive abilities it learns relatively early on, it basically just, like, attacks, I think, yeah, I forget if it's even just one enemy or all enemies every single turn for a couple turns, because it does have some sort of semi-berserker type abilities in its, well, repertoire, which is, I guess, why only one in party, because just the way they function. But yeah, that, it was only doing damage in like the triple digits or double digits. It was that weak. So yeah, I don't really care for the singer at all. So I mean, maybe it has something really awesome once you get to, like, I don't know, level 30 or something, but yeah, it would take too long to get there. So forget the singer. Then we have the Berserker, which, well, what can I say? I think the Fate Stay Night franchise is about the only series ever where the Berserker has ever been considered cool. Because when it comes to RPGs, almost no one likes to use Berserkers, which, as you might expect, you can't control what they do in battle, and the Berserker itself, especially in this game, well, isn't really that good, as it were. I mean, it has good offense, or good attack power and HP, but they're not great. Like, I think the Monk, some of the other ones, Paladin that we got, and I think even the Spellblade are kind of like equal-ish to slightly better as far as those two stats go. So it doesn't even stand out in that regard. And its speed, as I recall, is only kind of like mediocrely good. Like, it's above average, but it's nothing to really write home about. And other than that, let's look at Scootaloo real quick as the... Oh, there it is, Berserker. And you can see how the defenses there are saying 1, and, well, I have an extra 7 Spirit, as you can see, because of what I gave her earlier. Yeah, its defense and Spirit start off as 1, and they don't grow naturally at all. And I forget I think Luck does, but yeah, it's a freaking glass cannon in this game. In fact, it's actually more like a glass pistol, because it's, again, not really that strong. I mean, it does get some good skills, like it can do, like pretty darn early on, it learns like a double attack and what have you, which, well, you can't control if it even uses them. But the skills cost so much TP. Like, I think like its basic skill costs like 50 or something. That you're almost never going to even see them. So yeah, I don't want to use the Berserker at all. That's just heck no. Anyway, as for the other two, these ones actually are pretty good. I've already mentioned the Spellblade earlier in basically just a brief explanation as to why I believe that natural stat growth matters, at least as far as offense and speed go anyway, maybe not so much with anything else. But yeah, the Spellblade is... I still can't remember what that one from Final Fantasy V is called, like a wizard or something, but basically it yeah, special mage with the ability to infuse elements into their blade. I didn't mean to actually switch to it. But yeah, it basically casts a spell on itself to make its physical attacks elemental, which could be useful against some bosses, although most of them don't actually have a specific weakness, so it's not really that good in that regard. I mean, I wouldn't bother wasting a turn to get an element for a random encounter with this. But it does learn the Bravery spell, which is one of the few classes that does, so that's kind of nice. And also, I think it learns some, like, wind elemental magic for some reason, so which is interesting, but I don't really care. Because however you're planning out your Crusaders there, basically you're going to have one focus on offense and one on magic attack, so it kind of doesn't go well either way. In that regard, but otherwise, yeah, it actually has attack power pretty much on par with Monk, like only a little bit weaker, so it actually is really good for that. Although, as I said before, Appleblim's Spellblade is actually a bit faster than the Monk, but Scootaloo's Spellblade is considerably slower than her Monk, so that's kind of why I don't really want to use the Spellblade. Plus, like I said earlier, the elements aren't really that useful as far as even boss fights go, since most of them don't really have a specific weakness. I mean, you do get a slight offense boost from the elements as well, but it's not that worthwhile, so I'm not going to end up using the Spellblade. And then we have the Paladin, which is basically like a combination of the Warrior and the Medic, as it were, except it doesn't get all of the like buffs and debuffs for the most part. Like, it gets Faith, but it doesn't get, like, I don't think it gets any of the debuffs, and I forget if it gets Haste either, for that matter. But, and then as far as, like, its Warrior side goes, I consider it to be a direct upgrade to the Warrior, because it just has flat-out better stats in every regard. But it doesn't learn any of the, like, offensive TP skills that the Warrior does. Not that that's really that big of a deal, just because its stats are so good otherwise. But yeah, this thing's even actually pretty darn fast, despite the fact that its speed actually starts kind of on the low side. It has a speed growth of +3 on most levels, and if not, then 2. Whereas like the Monk, I think I misspoke about this one before, but yeah, this one only has a natural speed growth of +2. And occasionally +1, so even though it starts off slower than the Monk, it's actually like faster in the long run once you get to like the level 20s, which is why I'm making a rather, well, I'm going to be doing a class change here, but not what you'd expect, because I'm actually going to turn Scootaloo into a Monk, or into the Paladin, because it has, well, all of its stats except for its HP are basically on par or better than the Monk. But once you get to around the level 20s there, which the Monk is, and plus the Paladin gets much better skills in general, like it gets the single target healing, it actually has a pretty good TP-based multi-target healing, and more importantly, it gets the Bravery spell, which the Medic unfortunately never does. I don't even know if anything besides the Paladin and the Spellblade even get Bravery, honestly, so that alone is just reason enough to change. Even though I'm not going to be using it for the Provoke skill, which Scootaloo is, or which it also can learn, although that could be useful every once in a while. And this is actually not the only class change I'm going to be making right now, though my other one is more of a just going to be preparing, because I'm actually going to do a slight bit of crystal farming for the near future, which I'm actually going to make my benchmark based on the Monk there. Let's see, offensively 122. I would kind of like to get it more up to like 130 as far as the offense goes there. And also get like an extra +5 to +10 speed, just because this one's going to need a bit of time to catch up. Because I'm going to be doing my grinding, not in the Topaz Cave, but in, well, what, I don't even remember what it's called, but the first cave a little southeast of here that we went to for the tablets. Just, dude, die. since, you know, we can also get some good crystals there and some decent level ups. I don't expect to get to, like, level 15 for Scootaloo, but I might get that high. But yeah, it gets the single target healing there, so that's nice. That'll be a nice backup healing, and also more importantly, it learns the Dia spell. Only important because of a particular optional dungeon that we can go to later on, where we basically are only allowed to use magic if we want to do damage to enemies, as it were. So, can you even? I don't even know if you can kill that thing, but you two can together, I'm sure of it. But yeah, that's the other reason, because that way every Crusader will at least have some... Really? Nothing? Nothing at all, huh? We'll at least... Oh, actually, let's switch that up. Yeah, we'll at least have some degree, or some ability to cast magic. Oh, really? Apple Bloom? Not that I'm taking any damage from that, but... Yeah, and otherwise, I also want to get 5 MP crystals for Scootaloo. As you can see, her MP does grow, usually by at least 1 every turn, so it actually does have somewhat decent MP growth compared to other physical ones. But, oh, I think it's on the other side of this lake here, right? I think, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I want to take probably, well, it'll probably take something like an hour-ish again. But I don't have any other real specific threshold as far as stats go. In fact, go away, guys. I don't need you. I want the enemies in this cave over here, so I can, well, I'm going to be fighting spiders and scorpions and stuff, which I should be able to easily kill thanks to Sweetie Belle there. So anyway, yeah, we'll be going there in-game. Just to mention that again. So, yeah, I want to take at least 40 minutes to an hour to do that, even though it's strictly not necessary to do any kind of crystal farming. The one bit of crystal farming I did is good enough for the entire rest of the game to basically be overpowered, but since I do need to catch up the Paladin and now turning Apple Bloom, believe it or not, into the Survivor, only temporarily. I'm not going to be using this full time, but there's a couple skills that it has that I actually might want to use for a couple of particular optional boss fights, or even a couple of other regular boss fights. Not that I expect to actually... I mean, I might not even end up doing that, but as a just-in-case precaution, I'm otherwise going to be using Medic full-time, but I want to start leveling up the Survivor until I can get some certain skills. I'll be actually doing... There's another point later on, it doesn't start off with any skills, where I am going to want to... Can I kill you with this yet? Oh, let's just do the Saga for now. Yeah, where I'm going to want to do another little bit of level grinding, more so for the Survivor at that point, but... Nice. Yeah, very, very nice. Yeah, this one's very, very fast, actually. And yeah, I don't care about cover. But yeah, I'll be getting various crystals. And, well, basically do what I want to do for when we go searching for the next, well, place to go. Can you kill this with the regular Blizzard spell? Yeah, next time on Let's Play Cutie My Crusader Warriors. Arrivederci. 3,833. You... Actually, I don't think you can you? I'll have to look at its HP once I get back.